You have questions and we got some answers.
Welcome to Q&A with A&D.
Popular mistakes when starting your dance journey.
So when starting your dance journey, there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and we're here to give you some tips to avoid those things. So this is why we're here.
I think one very common, I don't want to call it a mistake, but maybe like a common situation is that sometimes we get too frustrated and tend to give up too soon because we don't see instant results. So not having the patience and understanding that learning a new dance takes time. Even for myself as now a traveling dancer and instructor, when I take on a new dance, if I'm not putting in the work, if I'm not putting in the time and the effort, and of course the money, right? Because nothing is free these days. It's important to understand that, yeah, it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while, and not, we hear of these success stories of people that become, overnight millionaires and things like that, but rarely do you hear a success story of a dancer who became a dancer overnight. Many of them had to work to get there, and so it's really important to understand that.
Trust the process. Trust the process. A lot of times when you're talking about dance journey and students beginning their dance journey with salsa or bachata or any of the other social dances, they want to go from 0 to 60 so quick. And what ends up happening is that they go 0 to 60 and they miss all of that good information that's in the beginning, all of that good information that's in the middle, and what they need that information to be able to do the movements that they see, the flashy moves that their instructors are capable of. All of that stuff, they end up getting injured, and they end up coming back to us wanting to learn their basic steps and their fundamentals. So, but if you from the beginning cruise through the learning your fundamentals and working on them, perfecting them, and then move up like in that kind of way, I think that'll make for a better journey.
Another common mistake that we see is, and we spoke about this in another video, rehearsal versus training. A lot of dancers, when they first start out, think they know what it takes to become good. In other words, they say, okay, well, I've been rehearsing a lot. They join a dance team and they're practicing the same moves.
What does that have to do with social dancing?
Well, that's just exactly it, right? Like you're learning many times performative elements and not so much training your technique on how to execute specific moves, how to condition your body to move a certain way. And so I think that when you say, yeah, I'm doing enough, I turn my dance team rehearsals, and that's another mistake too, is that sometimes you kind of skip altogether the whole aspect of taking classes and you are immediately on the dance team. And so now, because you're on stage, you're like, okay, well, I'm already here. What else is there to do? But you kind of like took the front door and didn't come in through the back door. You didn't take enough classes. You didn't learn your foundation. You didn't learn your fundamentals. And so now here you are saying, well, I've been in rehearsals 3-4 times a week and I'm not feeling like I'm getting any better. I go out social dancing and I, don't feel good. It feels disconnected.
Oh, no,
so there's all of these points that you have missed, right? And some of it trickles, is the effect of another common mistake is maybe your choice of instructor, right? Maybe you didn't do enough research to seek someone that is going to focus on your foundation, on your fundamentals, teach you how to social dance versus someone who was popular because they have, tons of such social media followers, or maybe this person is like very flashy and is attending festivals and congresses all over. But there is a difference between a popular instructor and a good or a great instructor, right? And that takes sometimes a little bit more research again. Like it's talking to different dancers that you respect or other instructors that you respect and admire, and getting like their perspective on, okay, is this, what has this person done? You can also see, for example, how many other great dancers those instructors or that instructor has created, If you are talking to tons and tons of great, incredible dancers or incredible instructors, and they're all saying, hey, this was my mentor, this was my teacher, then that's a pretty good indication that maybe that person could be someone that you can train with and know that you're going to benefit and develop with.
Absolutely, and just to that point, we have heard countless stories of people spending thousands of dollars with instructors and teaching them for years. And we're like, how long have you been dancing? Like a year, 6 months? They're like 7, 8 years. And we're gobsmacked because
we're like, how did you not learn this?
How are you at such a level when you've invested so much, right, in your training? So I think another thing that might be missing, or not a mistake per se, but just missing in someone's dance, is the cultural tie to the dance. And we've seen this again over the years, where people are just dancing bachata or dancing salsa, not understanding the culture that has bred the dance. And then after years of dancing that dance, they find the cultural tie, and it deepens their love for the dance, and it deepens their understanding. So we think from the beginning, it behooves you to understand what that through line is. What are those cultural ties that the dance has to those specific countries and those specific people, because it just only enriches your experience and your dance. We have a trip that we do to Dominican Republic, our ANDDR Escape, and we cannot tell you, this is partly why I've said this, is how many countless people have said this. Wow, I wish I would have done this sooner. I wish I would have come sooner to this country to experience bachata in the place that it originates, right? Because there is so much that you get from just being there, just being and hearing and dancing the dance in the country that it originates. And then they're just finally glad that they did have that experience. So I would
follow our account below, the ANDDR Escape on social media. You can find us on Instagram to tell you a little bit more about that trip.
Yes.